Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here, Thursday, January the 18th. Continue with 1 Samuel. So David returns from killing the Philistine. The women came out of all the towns of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul. And the women sang to one another as they made merry. Saul has killed his thousands and David his tens of thousands. That's the end of David in Saul's eyes. Saul was very angry for this saying, displeased him. He said, they have ascribed to David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed thousands. What more can he have but the kingdom? And so Saul eyed David from that day on. It's over, all right? And Saul has never accepted the fact. Samuel told him, you're done. God has rejected you, and he's chosen another. So he was told by the prophet, and he would never accept this. And so the poison just keeps growing in his heart. Now, I don't pretend it would have been easy. It wouldn't have been easy. But Samuel told him, not just some bozo down the street. Samuel told him, and he knew Samuel was an authentic prophet. And it was his fault, nobody else's. So he should, but not only will he not be able to accept this, but he will seek to murder this future heir to his throne, to the throne, not his throne, because everything we have is on loan from God, but to the throne, to watch over the people of Israel. And this will be the great sadness, the great disappointment of Saul's life. But this can happen with you and me. You and I have been called to greatness. We've been called, not to a life of ease or comfort, but to a life of greatness. That's what the saint, who knows? Pope Benedict XVI stated a long time ago, that God has placed a lot of trust in you and in me. And we disappoint him many times. We've sinned, perhaps mortally, venially, our character faults. The important thing is that we don't stay down, that we obey him and go to confession. We obey him and then go to Holy Eucharist. We obey him out of love, not just as a slave or as an automaton or as some mechanical machine or whatever, but we obey him in love and go to him in prayer, go to him in confession, go to him in the Eucharist, and do this often and begin to realize the greatness that God has called all of us to. All of us have a purpose in life. All of us God wants to do great things with, even if it could be that we bring one person back, through our examples, through showing them what is possible if we let God operate in our lives. And that may set a chain of events in place that will reverberate down through time. So to be faithful and to trust in God, not in our own selves, is so important. Okay, over to the gospel. Jesus departed with his disciples to the sea, and great multitude from Galilee followed him, from Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, beyond the Jordan, the region around Tyre and Sidon. And he cured many. So he got into a boat ready for him because of the crowd, so that they would not crush him, for he had cured so many that all who had diseases pressed upon him to touch him. Okay, so there's a lot here, but I'm going to focus on the fact that he gets into a boat and then he teaches them. So this can represent the need we have getting into the boat to make sure that we actually get into our prayer, so that the reality of the day doesn't crush us, it doesn't overwhelm us. And the needs that impress upon us can simply overwhelm us. They can wear away our resolve, our resilience. We can't make we can't make sense of a lot of things. But if we make time to get into our boat, meaning use it as a type, we make sure that we're faithful to prayer, that we actually do this and we step away a little bit from the crowds, from the realities, our responsibilities, our duties of state, and we spend time with the Lord, letting him teach us, letting him revive us, letting him bring about the scattered pieces and sort of help us to at least realize that if he's not going to save us from it, he will save us through it, he'll get us through it. If we don't do this, then we're just going to be on our own. We're going to be tired out, exhausted. That's why it's so important that we are faithful to prayer. So see the boat as your life of prayer. See the boat as the time you need every single day, 7 days a week, to be with Jesus. And then figure out, when is this going to be, at what time, be very specific, and then really strive to be faithful to this. God bless you.